200 gallons. That is how much clean water your toilet can push straight down the drain in a single day, silently, invisibly, while you are asleep. And you will not hear a single sound until the water bill lands on you like a slap. Today I'm going to show you how to find that leak in about 90 seconds, using something already sitting in your kitchen, and how to stop it with a part that costs less than a cup of coffee. Here is the price collision that should make you angry. A plumber will charge you $150 just to walk through your door and do the exact thing I'm about to teach you to do yourself for roughly $5. Same repair. One of them costs you a nice dinner out. The other costs you pocket change. Before you go anywhere, there's one product that millions of people drop into their toilet tank every month, believing it keeps things clean. And it is the single biggest cause of the leak we are about to hunt down. I will get to it, and it is going to change what you buy at the store. I found this out the hard way on my own toilet 2 years ago, fixed 4 of them since, and I have not paid anyone to fix a running toilet again. Let us start with why this leak is silent, because the silence is the whole trap. Everybody knows the sound of a running toilet, that hiss that will not stop until you jiggle the handle. That is the loud kind, and honestly, the loud kind is the lucky kind, because at least it annoys you into fixing it. The expensive leaks make no noise at all. Water slips past a worn seal in a thin, quiet trickle, drains into the bowl, and every few minutes the tank quietly tops itself back up. No hiss, no gurgle, just your water meter spinning in the dark like a slot machine you are always losing. Inside the tank, the entire system comes down to one cheap piece of rubber called the flapper. When you push the handle, the flapper lifts and lets a tank full of water rush into the bowl. Then it drops back down and seals the drain so the tank can refill and sit ready. That is its only job. Lift, then seal. The seal is everything. When that rubber flap warps, hardens, or gets a film of mineral crust on it, it stops sitting flush against the drain. Now there's a gap, and water does not need a big gap. A leak you could not fit a hair through, running 24 hours a day, is how you get to 200 gallons. Here's how you catch it, and it is almost insultingly simple. Take the lid off your tank and set it somewhere safe, because it is heavy porcelain and it does not bounce. Drop about 10 drops of food coloring into the tank water. Any color that is not clear. Now walk away. Do not flush. Go do something for 15 minutes. When you come back, look in the bowl. If there is any color in the bowl, your tank is leaking into it, guaranteed, and the flapper is your culprit 90% of the time. That test costs you the price of a few drops of dye, and it tells you in 15 minutes what most people never figure out in 15 years. If you are still with me, you clearly do not enjoy setting money on fire. So, quick thing, subscribing is completely free and it genuinely helps the channel keep making these. And if you want the deeper breakdowns, members get the extended repair guides and bonus videos I do not post publicly. That is the whole pitch. Now let me tell you about that product I promised, because this is the part that actually made me mad. Those blue and white tablets you drop in the tank to keep everything fresh and clean, the ones that turn the water that pretty color, are slowly destroying the exact part we just diagnosed. Most of them are built on harsh chlorine bleach chemistry, and they sit in the tank dissolving day and night, right on top of the rubber flapper and the rubber seals. Chlorine is brutal on rubber. It breaks the polymers down, turning a soft, flexible seal into a warped, brittle, crumbling mess in a fraction of its normal life. So the product you bought to help your toilet is quietly manufacturing the leak that drains your wallet. And when that chewed up flapper finally fails, guess what those same tablets do to the internal parts of your fill valve? Some manufacturers will straight up void your warranty if they open the tank and find tablet residue. The cleaning product is the villain, and nobody in the store aisle is going to tell you that. Let me knock down a few more myths while we are in here, because this topic is stacked with them. Myth number 1, a running toilet fixes itself if you jiggle the handle. It does not. Jiggling the handle just reseats a flapper that is going to slip again in an hour. You are not fixing anything, you are snoozing an alarm. Myth number 2, a small leak is no big deal. The Environmental Protection Agency estimates household leaks waste nearly 1 trillion gallons of water across the country every year, and that toilets are the number one offender. They found that 10% of homes have leaks quietly wasting 90 gallons or more every single day. That is not a drip. That is a small stream running full time. Myth number 3, you need a plumber for anything involving the toilet. For this repair, you need your 2 hands in about 5 minutes, and I'm going to prove it right now. Here is the actual fix once the dye test confirms the flapper. Turn off the water to the toilet. There's a small valve on the wall or floor behind it. Turn it clockwise until it stops. Flush to drain the tank so you're not working in a full pool. Now look at the flapper at the bottom. It clips onto two little pegs on the sides of the overflow tube, and it connects to the handle with a small chain. Unclip the old flapper, unhook the chain, and take it with you to the hardware store so you match the size. They are only a couple bucks, and they are almost universal. Clip the new one on, hook the chain back to the handle arm, turn the water back on, and let the tank refill. Do the dye test one more time to confirm the bowl stays clear. That is it. You just did the $150 service call. Now, the flapper is the usual suspect, but let me give you the bonus that will make you the smartest person in your house. Sometimes the leak is not the flapper at all. It is the water level sitting too high. Look inside the tank for a tall plastic tube in the center, the overflow tube. If the water level is right up at the top of that tube, water is silently spilling down into it and into the bowl nonstop, and no flapper on earth will stop it. The fix is free. There is a float attached to the fill valve, and lowering that float, either bending the arm down or turning an adjustment screw on the newer cylinder-style valves, drops the water level about an inch below the top of that tube. No parts, no cost, leak gone. That is the 10-cent fix in its purest form because it costs you nothing but 2 minutes. And one more thing. People get backwards the chain length. If the chain from the handle to the flapper is too short, it holds the flapper open a crack forever. Instant silent leak. Too long, and it tangles under the flapper and props it open. You want just a tiny bit of slack, barely any. A 1/4 inch of the wrong chain length is the difference between a sealed tank and 200 gallons a day gone. It is almost funny how small the margin is. So run the dye test tonight. It takes 15 minutes and a few drops of color, and it might just show you the quiet little money leak that has been running in your house this entire time. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.